topic of this presentation is investment in fixed income instruments. Many have a notion that only fixed deposits in banks earn fixed income and are 100% safe, and therefore most of the people make investments only in fixed deposits in banks. This presentation spells out all options of fixed income instruments where one can invest. Interest rates are different in different options depending on the risk perception of different instruments. The fixed income instruments are post office deposit, bank deposit, corporate deposit, government bonds, and mutual fund debt schemes. The instruments are saving bank and term deposits. While saving bank accounts can be opened only in post office and banks, but on the other hand, term deposits which are for a fixed term, say 1 year, 2 year, 5 year, etc., can be opened in banks and other places. As you can see in this slide, one has an option of opening a saving bank account in post office or a bank, and interest rate in post office is higher than the banks. But since one hardly keeps a larger amount in saving bank, we will not discuss this instrument in detail in this presentation. As far as term deposits are concerned, the maximum interest rate is paid by the corporates and the minimum is paid by the bonds. In case of bonds, please note that one must consider the yield instead of coupon rate, since bonds are normally not available on face value but are available at premium in the market. Further, all term deposits can be pre-matured in case of emergency, subject to some conditions. For example, corporate deposits can be usually pre-matured after 3 months of deposits only. Different companies have different criteria, and this must be checked before investing. Thus, liquidity is available in case of all term deposits and even mutual funds debt schemes in case of emergency, subject to some conditions. And usually, prematurity is also liable for reduction in interest rates by 1% or so. One must understand the risk perception of the instruments. For example, bonds are issued by the government and are backed by a sovereign guarantee and therefore are the least risky, and therefore the yield rate is also low, say 5.4% in case of a 5-year bond. Bonds can have different maturity up to 10 years or even 15 years. There are some tax-free bonds also issued by the government. One can buy bonds from the market. According to risk perception, the instruments could be said to be bonds least risky, being backed by sovereign guarantee; corporate deposits high risk, being with no guarantee and unsecured in nature; post office deposits less risky, being 100% owned by the government; bank deposits medium risk, being a fixed amount of 5 lakh rupees backed by a credit guarantee corporation, but principally unsecured in nature. Although people have a psychological confidence that deposits in banks are 100% safe, and it is principally due to the fact that government normally have a stake as shareholder in the nationalized banks for more than 50%, but the stake of government as a shareholder in these nationalized banks does not guarantee the fixed deposits or the repayment thereof. Mutual fund debt schemes have moderate risk depending on the instruments where mutual fund has invested its funds, whether in AAA rated instruments or AA or even lower. So one can choose an instrument depending on his risk perception. In this slide, we have taken an example where we have rupees 100 to be invested, and we have taken option A to E, where we invest the whole amount of rupees 100 in individual instruments. We have also taken option F, where we have divided our investment of rupees 100 in 4 parts and have invested majority portion of rupees 70 in post office and banks, but have also deposited rupees 30 equally in corporate deposits and mutual funds, debt schemes. Thus, we have taken a little higher risk, but only for rupees 30 out of rupees 100. In this next slide, we have computed the simple interest on all options, and you can see that by taking a little higher risk of 30% of our total investment, we have been able to increase our return by as much as 32% as compared to the option of depositing the whole amount of rupees 100 in bank. That is option B. In this slide, we have computed the income in 5 years with quarterly compounding, which normally is there in every instrument. You can see that return in case of option F is quite good as compared to other low risk options. Kindly note that in case of corporate deposits, with some companies, there is even a provision of monthly compounding, which further increase the return in those deposits. Kindly note that the instruments of mutual fund debt schemes are also having a tax advantage. The returns earned are taxed at a low rate as compared to other instruments, and so returns post tax in case of mutual funds debt scheme is even more as compared to the other instruments. But in our opinion, criteria for selection of an instrument need to be risk perception. From this presentation, we wish to bring it to your knowledge that one must not take extreme positions while investing in fixed income instruments. One extreme is very high risky instruments, and another extreme is no risk or very low risky instruments. However, one can take a little higher risk for a small percentage of investment and can increase his overall return. We conclude this presentation with one mantra for any investment in fixed income instruments, and that mantra is to take a balanced position within the two extremes.